My week living in a city powered by dreams. I arrived in the city on a quiet Monday morning, just as the sun rose between towers that seemed to shimmer rather than stand still. At first glance, it looked like any modern metropolis: tall buildings, flowing traffic, soft digital billboards, but something felt different. This city was not powered by electricity alone, it was powered by dreams. No one spoke about it directly. There were no signs saying, "Welcome to the City of Dreams." Yet I sensed it everywhere, in the calm expressions of people walking to work, in the way public spaces felt alive, and in the subtle hum beneath the streets, as if the city itself was breathing. On my first day, I learned how the system worked. Every resident contributed, not money, not labor, but intention. At night, when people slept, their dreams were gently recorded by neural interfaces built into their homes. These devices didn't steal thoughts or memories, they captured emotional energy, hope, creativity, ambition, curiosity. That energy was then transformed into clean power that fueled the city. Tuesday was my first full day living like a resident. I woke up in an apartment that adjusted to my mood. The walls displayed soft colors inspired by my dreams from the night before, shades of blue and gold I didn't remember imagining but somehow recognized. The city transit system responded the same way. Trains ran more smoothly during mornings when collective optimism was high. When anxiety rose, the city slowed down, encouraging people to pause rather than rush. At work, I visited a creative hub where engineers, writers, designers, and teachers shared open spaces. There were no fixed job titles. People worked on what mattered most to them that week. A woman who usually designed architecture spent that day composing music. A software developer taught children how to tell stories. Productivity here wasn't measured by output, but by alignment, how closely work matched inner motivation. Midweek, I began to notice how deeply the city listened to its people. On Wednesday evening, a sudden storm arrived. Instead of panic, the city responded gently. Lights softened, public screens displayed calming stories written by local authors. Parks glowed with bioluminescent plants that reacted to emotional stress, offering comfort through beauty. It was as if the city understood fear and knew how to ease it. On Thursday was the most surprising day. I was invited to the Dream Archive, a public space where anonymous dream themes were shared, not individual dreams. People walked through immersive rooms filled with symbols of common hopes: flying, building something meaningful, reconnecting with loved ones, exploring unknown worlds. These shared dreams guided city planning. When many people dreamt of nature, new green spaces appeared. When curiosity dominated, libraries and learning zones expanded. Living there made me reflect on my own dreams. In most cities, dreams are treated as personal, even unrealistic. Here, they were infrastructure. They shaped energy policy, education, healthcare, and design. Children were taught not just how to succeed, but how to dream responsibly. understanding that their inner worlds affected the collective future. By Friday, I felt lighter. Conversations were deeper. People listened carefully, knowing that emotions mattered. Conflict still existed, but it was addressed early. When frustration spread, the city signaled it through subtle changes, slower elevators, softer sounds, inviting reflection instead of escalation. On Saturday, I explored the outer districts where older residents lived. Many no longer worked traditional jobs, but their dreams were some of the most powerful. Dreams filled with memory, wisdom, and acceptance produced a stable, grounding energy. The city valued every stage of life equally. No one felt useless. Even rest had purpose. My final day, Sunday, arrived quietly. I stood on a bridge overlooking the city as the lights reflected off the river. I realized the city didn't force happiness. It didn't demand constant optimism. It simply made space for authenticity. Dreams, both hopeful and uncertain, were welcomed, balanced, and transformed into something useful. As I prepared to leave, a local resident said something I won't forget. A city reflects what its people dare to imagine. When I returned to my own world, the buildings felt heavier, the streets louder, but something had changed in me. I paid more attention to my thoughts, my hopes, my quiet ambitions. I understood now that even if my city wasn't powered by dreams yet, it was still shaped by them. And maybe, I thought, the future doesn't begin with new machines or smarter systems, but with learning to value the dreams we already carry.